Ezra Greenhill. I'm a singer-songwriter from Portland, Oregon. Welcome to the Cellar. Thank you to Calvin Pineda and The Antacids sketch. Thank you to Oak over there in the sound booth.
Thank you to you, Ezra.
Aww. No, come on. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to open up my set with some prose. First person. My investment is finally ready for a major payout. All week, I've resisted the urge to evenly ration my favorite shirt, hat, and pants, instead opting for a Friday finale that overlaps with my Mesopotamia presentation. I preemptively streaked my hair with manic panic indigo, therefore there's no need for a 6 a.m. combing that'll iron out my wild spark. When I deliver my historical information with vigor, plus a Sabbath tee, salmon cap, and authentically holy jeans, I'll bring some much-needed, summery metal vibes to Hosford Middle School, outweighing any embarrassing moments that might still impact classmates' perception of me. Second person. You think you're slick? Like you found the sweet spot between nonchalant swagger and tasteful intention? Soon you'll learn to think ahead and do it under the radar, but this reeks of desperation. Salmon and emerald clash horribly, and there's no February sun to block out with a visor. It's 2022 now. The future is bleak, and 10th graders have fashion distilled down to a formula. One primary color, one neutral. Any more, and your mom's picking you up from winter formal before dusk. If all you do is just smile with your eyes, you might not still be a loner. Third person. While in front of Friday's class, he decided to mask his lingering stage fright by continually staring at the back wall's analog clock. 2 words per tick was ideal. As a result, he missed Rohan nodding at the slideshow's neatly condensed bullet points and Isaac grinning at the animated hieroglyphic GIFs. Notably, his periphery missed Paula's mouth forming a perfectly surprised O upon reading the logo on his shirt. He finished his final factoid, exhausted from keeping track of time, with no memory of the extended applause that followed as he angrily ran over the missed details in his head. It's getting harder to reach my local representative. They're bailing out executives and blood relatives. Hitting send or typing a typo determines who lives, who dies, and who is today's vermin. So break the email chain and cancel all of your town halls, 'cause your constituents will get you in some tough calls. You're always toying the needle on things getting any worse. Like in the federal payroll, Netanyahu's on first. The Red Scare has broadened to every shade of non-white, deporting the foreign without no warrant on site. Firing workers with nuclear codes and tenure. But firing a Tesla with matches gets you 10 years. His sepsis cleared, but the bill is festering. She's scratching off her dead name on her bottle of estrogen. Break the email chain, cancel all your town halls, 'cause your constituents will get you in some loud brawls. Doubling tractor prices is Trump's resistance, and he trusts the American CEOs to split the difference. Thank you. Alright, let's take it easy, take it finger-picked. Here's a sappy love song for you. Well, I don't know if it's your sapphire painted eyes, or the shape the air makes when you let loose a sigh. But it's always curated, syncopated fits of happiness. When you color me pale, then you fill in my hollow chest. As I travel to the beat of my restless right leg, I just can't help but wander into the tranquil you make. Yeah, the first butterfly always lands in my gut when you color me pale and hypnotize me up front. 'Cause I know that we can be off-key softies tonight. Let's you and me go. Let your heart and soul be an outtake of mine. It'll work out somehow. When the skin on your lips meets the fuzz on my cheek, the cigarettes cough and the bonfires weep, 'cause every inch around you's a haven to lose my mind in. When you color me pale, then you push me toward oblivion. Well, if only we could tour the world and have one leg to stand, but capitalism took that idea and ran. You're a revolutionary with a dark angel on your shoulder. When you color me pale, then I perish all over, 'cause I know we can be off-key softies tonight. Let's you and me go. Let your heart and soul be an outtake of mine. It'll work out somehow. The alcohol is rubbing. The pearls are clutching. The pegs are tuning. The altitude is cruising. 'Cause I know that we can be overt flirts tonight. Let's you and me go into the final battle of this primal babble. You're all I want anyhow. You're the one, anyhow. Thank you. Thanks, Calvin. To you especially. Well, I would be remiss not to ask who pulled up out to the Jeffrey Lewis show this past weekend. I mean, come on, lyrical mastermind all around. What's not to like? I thought that I would extend his bravado. I thought that I would extend his genius and nasality into this show, while also keeping in mind the entirety of this concert's theme, which, as you'll find out a little more in depth, is Communist Baby Shower. So I thought that I would intersect those two and perform a Jeffrey Lewis song for you. This one's off his 2019 album, Bad Wiring, titled My Girlfriend Doesn't Worry. My girlfriend doesn't worry about... Oh, shit. Take two.
You're failing the guitar hero.
I thought we had like a bodyguard who was like checking IDs. I think I see like a Vassar student somewhere in the back wearing like a red chain collar. Why I oughta... 1, 2, 3, 4. My girlfriend doesn't worry about the things that always says, why are you so grumpy? Let's just both sit here quiet and calmly. And you probably should be thinking first about how glad you'll be if you do some work and about our relationship. My girlfriend doesn't worry about the vision Mao Zedong had for China. Was agrarian reform for the better? Or is cynicism part of our culture? Why do people fight and die for their freedoms? Was utopia a lie as a concept? Is the Western model really our future? Is there nothing any better to work towards? And is progress only science in action? Does it truly have a moral dimension? Was the century a dream before failure? Have we settled for this present existence? Was it only necessary for peasants? Would I really give up ego involvement? Is there any global movement for justice in a world of only selfish survival? Because it's obvious we're going to serfdom if we accept the barbarity of the system. But would I really want to work in a factory? Would I really make my art for a leader? Would Mao be into some of our music? Or is everything just horror and power? These are massive, giant, troubling, consuming thoughts saturating my thinking. But I think that she'll just think it's annoying, so I don't bring it up. She says that doesn't make any sense. You should just think about your family and friends and about our relationship. My girlfriend doesn't question the psychology of Charles Manson. What does it say about the human condition? Why are people so receptive to listen? Why is confidence alone such a magnet? And it's unfair the way that some people have it. When they seem to do the things that they want to, we all just get away with all that we can do. Because I don't think sexiness that has any value. And all society just falls by the wayside into the hierarchy of cults and of harems. And it's genetics to be masters of victims. And does hedonism go with corruption? Why are we drawn to dramas of domination? These are massive, giant, troubling, consuming thoughts that I'm thinking, but I think that she'll just think it's annoying, so I don't bring it up. She says, why are you thinking of him? You should just think about your family and friends and about our relationship. My girlfriend doesn't wonder while driving about the emptiness of human existence. How can we make any decisions if it's only arbitrary opinions? And why should anyone have a baby and create another brain of dissatisfaction if we're only biological robots with the program to just mostly feel anxious, except for moments of brief distraction while fulfilling simple functions like eating, while being ordered to enjoy reproducing? But how can doing what you're told be fulfilling? All is misery or patent delusions to just fill ourselves with comforting nonsense, all terrified of seeing it clearly and then dying out with no resolution, all tumbling down a mountain to nothing while feeling greedy and mean and unhappy. Basically a meaningless fungus, obviously boring and pointless, and will probably have a baby despite this and be responsible for someone's confusion. Why subject them to a long life of work, or feel horrible if they should die young, or feel horrible if we die and leave them? The only happiness is if something's funny, but what does funniness even mean? These are massive, giant, troubling burdens weighing down my thinking, but I think that she'll just think it's annoying and I don't want to lose her. She says, why are you talking about us? How come you never talk about us? Let's just think quiet and nice thoughts and about our relationship. Thank you. Alright, thanks a bunch. Don't go anywhere. Sketch the Band is up next, followed by Calvin Pineda and The Antacids. I've been Ezra Greenhill. I got one more for you. Let's find a good groove. This one. How does this feel? Keep the capo adjustment. His guilt in the church of the Latter-day, a songbird in service and a sinner on Saturday. He's everything that his exterior implies, and he prays relenting that he'll find his vice. And, well, he's not one for wishing. And fast forward shrink his boredom, and his vote negates the ability to afford him. And if you wanna unclog his mindset, he don't wanna, he's not gonna belladonna. And if you wanna crack open his regrets, when he's immersed by the back country's pretty sights, he becomes one with all the surrounding shitty types. And when the nightly news is filtered into a press, he becomes victimized and he ignores the oppressed because, well, he's not a one for details. Critical thinking's where he fails. It's like throwing a ball at a pitcher, draining sepia out of a picture. And, well, if you want to unclog his mindset, he don't wanna, he's not gonna belladonna. And if you wanna crack open his regrets, his regrets. But when he gazed upon your penchant for force and your pendant of quartz, he felt just a bit of apprehension, of course. Oh, but when he looked upon your fashionable shoes, your invaluable jewels, well, he figured he needed less of a casual muse. And if you wanna crack open his regrets, his regrets. Say hello. Shame on you. Thank you. Good night. I don't have any merch and my songs aren't really on any streaming platforms, but peel your eyes and keep them that way.
Keep the band can.
Oh, thank you. Enjoy sketch. Stay tuned.
All right, you have to ask everybody to do that thing in which we just